Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're zeroing in on one really big, absolutely essential question. What exactly is decoding tomorrow with Atharva? If you've been scrambling, looking for a way to actually wrap your head around artificial intelligence without drowning in all the crazy internet noise, well, you've definitely found the right place. We are going to take a deep dive into this educational platform, looking at its overall mission, the actual tools it offers, and how this whole centralized website and interactive community setup really acts as your ultimate, completely hype-free toolkit for the AI era. We're not just going to throw abstract concepts at you. Nope. We're going to break down the tangible, real-world digital resources this hub provides to make tomorrow's tech super accessible, easy to understand, and most importantly, actually useful for you. Let's get into it. So, is keeping up with AI just flat out impossible? Honestly, it's a super fair question. If you've ever scrolled through your morning news feed and felt this sudden wave of anxiety because like 5 brand new language models dropped before you even had your coffee, you are definitely not alone. The materials we're looking at today highlight a very real, very present issue. AI is completely rewriting how we learn, how we work, create, and solve problems. But here's the catch, right? These new tools and these incredibly complex ideas, they're popping up almost every single day. For the average person, it just creates this massive, overwhelming information gap. It can literally feel like you need a time machine just to stay current. And that's exactly why Decoding Tomorrow was built, to bridge that exact gap. It swaps out that daily tech panic for clear explanations, practical guidance, and some much-needed grounded clarity. So, the crucial point is how this platform actually positions itself against the rest of the industry. Because, let's be real, the usual industry narrative almost always falls into one of two totally extreme camps. It's either this crazy, panic-inducing hype, a utopian dream where robots do all our laundry, or it's pure doomsday fear, like some sci-fi movie where we're all out of a job by next Tuesday. Decoding Tomorrow actively throws all that fear-mongering and exaggerated hype right out the window. Instead of just bombarding you with wild speculation, its core mission is genuinely calming. It wants to ground you in reality. The entire focus is heavily dedicated to practical, beginner-friendly education and real understanding. It's all about knowledge you can actually use in your day-to-day life right now, rather than losing sleep over what might happen 30 years down the line. Which brings us to a really foundational belief of the platform, and it's beautifully simple. You do not need a computer science degree to understand the future. Seriously, you shouldn't have to be a hardcore programmer, some math genius, or a Silicon Valley insider just to grasp the concepts that are actively shaping our world right now. Think of the platform as your supportive mentor. It's stepping in and actively knocking down that massive barrier to entry, sending a really clear, empowering message. Absolutely anyone can learn this stuff. If you've ever felt totally locked out of the whole AI conversation just because you don't know how to code in Python or, build a neural network from scratch in your garage, well, this platform is built entirely around the idea that the future belongs to everyone, regardless of what your diploma says. This knowledge is finally being made accessible to all of us. Let's move to and see how this builds into something super practical. What does this actually look like when you use it? Well, when you land on the site, you're immediately greeted with this really comprehensive, tangible ecosystem of resources that are practically begging you to learn. You've got the AI blogs, which clearly explain the latest trends, new tech, and where things are heading. Then there's the AI Glossary, absolute lifesaver, by the way, for decoding all that impossible industry jargon. Right next to that is the AI Tools directory to help you discover brand new platforms, and it pairs perfectly with dedicated tool finder resources to help you pinpoint the exact software you need for whatever task you're tackling. And wrapping the whole shebang up is the beginner educational content, which gives you this incredibly solid, structured starting point for your AI journey. It really is a fully integrated digital hub designed to take you from absolute square one to being a highly confident user. Now, what's really interesting about this is how it tackles one of the biggest roadblocks in tech, the terminology itself. The jargon can be brutal, but the AI glossary is specifically designed to strip away those complex, intimidating words. Take highly technical concepts like LLMs or large language models. Instead of giving you this dense textbook definition that practically requires a second glossary just to decipher it, the platform translates it into something super simple. It explains it as an AI trained on massive amounts of text to predict the next word, kind of like a superpowered autocomplete on your smartphone. Makes sense, right? Or consider RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. That sounds terrifying, but it's explained simply as giving an AI the ability to look up specific facts before it answers your question. By breaking these terms down like this, the platform is literally handing you the vocabulary you need to confidently jump into the conversation. But okay, beyond just understanding the words, how do we actually apply them? Let's say, for example, you desperately need a tool to summarize those endlessly long weekly team meetings. Step 1, you browse the AI tools directory just to see what products even exist in that space. But as we know, a massive list can be super overwhelming. So to cut through all that noise, we hit step 2, which is using the targeted tool finder resources. You just filter the database based on your exact goal. So in this case, you'd click productivity and audio summarization. And then finally, step 3, you just pick the perfect application from that nice narrowed down list. It's just a really structured, easy, step-by-step process that completely takes the guesswork out of finding the right AI product to solve your actual real-world problems. And this brilliantly illustrates how the platform serves a really diverse audience, all with very specific goals. Look at it this way. If you're a student, you can use these resources to gear up for a career in a world that is totally driven by tech. Or maybe you're a seasoned professional. Well, it gives you the hyper-focused knowledge you need to stay relevant in a job market that's shifting at lightning speed. For the entrepreneurs out there, it acts as a crazy powerful database to explore exciting new business opportunities and figure out how to streamline your operations. And hey, if you're just a technology enthusiast who thinks this stuff is cool, it helps you understand emerging innovations without all the extra fluff. The point is, no matter your background, your industry, or where you're at in life, there is tailored, practical value built into the site specifically for you. Now, it's important to note that Decoding Tomorrow isn't just a static bunch of web pages. It's actually a super interactive community hub. Just recently, on the brand's YouTube community page, Atharva posted this: "To get started, tell me in a post what you'd like to see next on my channel." I love this because it highlights a two-way street that is incredibly important to how the whole platform operates. The audience, you guys, actually get to dictate the educational content you need the most. By actively engaging with users through community posts, the platform makes sure it's constantly evolving. It's always delivering the exact resources, explanations, and guidance that its learners are actively searching for right in that moment. Bringing it all together, we arrive at the core identity of the brand, perfectly captured in their tagline: "Learn AI, explore the future, stay ahead." That short phrase totally encapsulates their overarching mission statement, which is simply to make artificial intelligence and future tech accessible, understandable, and useful for everyone. Whether you're frantically searching through the glossary to decode some crazy new headline, or you're using the tools directory to optimize your daily workflow, or even participating in the interactive YouTube channel, the ultimate goal of Decoding Tomorrow is to be your most trusted digital resource. It really is the definitive hub you can rely on to navigate this constantly, rapidly changing landscape with total confidence. Which leaves us with one pretty crucial question to think about. How will you use AI to shape your own future? The resources are clearly out there, they're perfectly organized, and they are waiting for you. And remember, you absolutely do not need a computer science degree to get started. The ball is totally in your court now. The knowledge is accessible, and the practical applications are just sitting there, ready to be explored. So if you're ready to take control of your own AI journey today, definitely head over to Decoding Tomorrow with Atharva.netlify.app and dive into the digital hub for yourself. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gave you a clear, actionable roadmap for your next steps into the future.